to another video of this video. Alright. Of who and what we're here today to celebrate in what? Love of our Father, of Elohim, of Adonai. Alright? And welcome, heir of our Father's promise. We're here to talk about the goodness. We're here to learn about how we can edify our spirit. Alright? In the best way that edifying can ever be. Drinking time. This is not alcohol, by the way. It's just coconut water. Coconut water. That's more coconut than water. But yes. Topic of today: loyalty. Hmm. What does that mean? Loyalty. Whatsoever means loyalty. What does loyalty stand for? It stands for what? The truth, right? On the side of which you reside. Integrity, loyalty, inloyalty, inloyalty. I don't remember that word from not Family Guy, but American Dad. There was a word that they mashed up together on a mural, right? But I can think of the word, but it's not coming in my mind right now, so I don't say it. But it's gonna come back to me. It always does. That's just how my brain works. When I can't think of something at the moment, it's gonna come back to me at the moment when I don't really, when it's not really relevant. Some correct, I was gonna say some crazy stuff. It's gonna come back to me at the time when it's not really relevant of the topic at that moment. But what is the real topic and the subject of today? You stand in loyalty, remembering Yahuwah among, well, Yahuwah, when you're standing before your enemies. It's going to be very important. And the reason why it's important, we're going to find that out. First thing that I will say as to why it's important. It's important because when you have loyalty, that means it doesn't matter what comes against you and who comes against you, right? It doesn't matter what comes against you and who comes against you. And the reason why it doesn't matter what comes against you and who comes against you is because whoever that comes against you, right? They're gonna lose because you stand in the side of truth. You can have even loyalty in the wrong side because even the devil, he reward those of his own congregation. He's not gonna be he's not gonna appeal to them in the wrong sense because they just following orders like puppets. And personally, some people just refuse to be puppets. Doesn't matter how much money, right? Doesn't matter how much the amount of money that you make, however much that is. If your soul, if you go to sleep at night and you feel like anybody can do anything to you, which anybody can, right? It doesn't matter where you live at, but you just don't feel a certain feeling where you should all that you should always have, like, you can sleep in peace without the thought of somebody expecting you to wake up and do this because this and that and the third, or whatever the case is, right? Without you just being yourself, without anybody coming in your life and just, yeah, if you don't do this, we're gonna shorten your money, we're gonna blackmail you, or black female. We're not, what's that word here? We're not feminists, or I said feminists. We're not anti-feminism. Whatever the case is, we're not that. Whatever that word is, we're not that. We're not anti-feminine over here. Like we love the women, and it's just like if you don't have loyalty, fam, you just don't have any trust. Your faith is not there. You don't even believe because somebody that's loyal to you will hope in the best aspect for your life, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the condition is. So like whatever that you got going on, and if you don't have the best ideas, they're gonna be like, yo, look, I think that could work, but you just got to look at it in a different perspective. Or if you want to be an engineer, you don't know how to. You're saying that, oh, I'm just gonna have to get this loan. You can get a student loan. You can go to FAFSA. People that really care about you will help you along your path to be exactly what you ought to be and what you want to be. Because sometimes what we want to be might be, worth it to our Father's eyes. A lot of times we do things because we think that what we're doing is being an asset to our Father, and we're not even helping the people. Mind you, you can help a lot of people, but you got to remember, a lot of times we rather go in this system and then do what everybody else is doing. You can have a house to yourself, but then we're paying for taxes every day for a house that you own. Like, think about that. A house that you own when there's like one person that has like 10 houses to himself, acres of lands, 10 houses, fam, with over 30 rooms, and there's people out here that don't even got one room, that don't even have a room at all. Do you know how crazy that sounds? Like, do you know how insane that is? It's so insane that the way that I started thinking after I started taking this journey and walking with Christ is it made me realize how selfish we've become in this world. And then we think that because you have to go to school, you have to do this, you have and like getting a job and following orders in this way is what makes you a man. But a lot of times, a lot of people out here that are following these exact rules, they don't have integrity because there's somebody out there that's losing in the stakes of you winning. We don't even look at it like that though. It's like playing, just like playing. It's like playing in the stock market. Now, yes, it's good to always do something to gain something, right? Because this always should be something of an exchange. But in the fairness of it all, equal value does not mean equal share. And for those that are in the stock market or that play with funds or bonds or whatever the case is, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Before people used to trade cattle because now it's like, oh, they had crops so they can trade and exchange crops for cattle or whatever the case is because it benefited both sides, not where like both sides were not losing. Now it became a competition. So now people are not only losing, people are losing horrendously. Where people develop tactics to plunder others on the advantage of their own, so that they can reduce other people, so they can have the highest amount of treasures, physical elements of having things in this world. Yes, it's good to work, but their work does not mean that just because you got a job that pays you millions of dollars doesn't make you a man. It just means that you have a stability. And yes, you work for your stability, so congratulations to your hard work. But remember, it wasn't you alone that gave you that strength, because Yahuwah put a lot of obstacles in your path so that you can meet people, so that you can be in contact with this person, so that you can encounter situations, so that you can be exactly where you're at. Now, some people they go on about it the wrong way, meaning what? They go and do a lot of crazy stuff so they can have what they got. Some people are celebrities, like rappers. Some rappers they still out here banging, but whole time they're making like 50,000 to hundreds of thousands of dollars, 200, 300, 400 thousands of dollars yearly, and they're still out here banging, telling kids to do the same thing, destroying neighborhoods and all of this stuff, just because they want to sell some Percocets and Molly's. And trust me and believe, don't let my tone, my voice fool you, because I don't look like I've probably been doing nothing in my life for me to say all of the things that I'm saying. I've done some things in my life. I've sold some things in my life that I'm not very proud of. I've been around certain people that I'm not really proud of. I'm not saying they're terrible people. I'm just saying what they do I don't really condone. When you get around people that are pimps, and you know people because of whatever the case is, I don't condone, so I don't hang around you. Your phone number is blocked on my cellular device. If it's not blocked, that just means that I forgot about you on my device, on my contact list. Just that simple. I don't fool with it. I don't. So integrity, trust, loyalty. Because what else? If you don't have love in the first place of something, right? You're not even gonna have trust or integrity because your heart ain't even gonna be in there. So loyalty is gonna be the worst. It's gonna be the last thing that you're gonna ever think about. Love, trust, integrity, morals, principles, whatever you want to call it. You can literally work a McDonald's job. That's still called hard work. You can be a farmer. You might not even have to get a job. You literally just you might be given a house because it's a family heirloom or something like that, or a heritage or some type of something that was passed down to you. And you don't even have to work because of certain conditions that are met for you to only probably just pay taxes and you just farm. Hard work is hard work regardless. Even if it's in the spirit, trust and believe. There are people that literally work spiritually out here, and majority of them they're not working in the spirit of they're not working in the spirit of good. They're working in the spirit of evil. And I'm not condemning anybody here that does tarot cards, but I'm gonna just let you know, astrology, as far all of those zodiac things, zodiac signs, they literally depict each sign depicts a demon. So when you associate all of those demons to your personality, you get that characteristic trait. That's why a lot of people that call themselves Libras, they betray people, Cancers, all of these, Scorpios and all of this stuff, Leos, like fam, they are literally making new horoscope, astrological, zodiac signs on an astronomical level, fam. Like it's not even a joke. They're making new signs. Like it's not a Q-sip when you have two. Like I'm not into that stuff, but like in my previous videos, I told you guys about how magic operates, right? On certain terms with conversion, right? You got to remember that certain people when they're given certain things, right? They know exactly certain things that come into play. So when your enemies know you, you got to know them too, because now is an even battleground where it's not just, oh, one person is just manipulating the other person. No, fam. I laugh at some of the people that actually try to disrespect me in certain aspects of life, because I look at them like, what are you gonna do? What are you really going to do? I'm breaking all the problems that is in my life as if I'm talking to you guys every single day for however long that I've been starting my journey. I'm really breaking chains. And it's not me that's breaking those chains. Yahuwah has been breaking chains in my behalf. Even when I'm aware of things and when I'm not aware of things, I've been shielded because of a specific reason of me just being in existence. Like I don't I haven't done no wrong to somebody, and the people that I've done wrong to, if I ever done wrong to you, I pray that if you ever come across my video, I pray that you forgive me. Like truly from the bottom of my heart, I hope that you forgive me. I really do. I don't stand again. I don't stand for violence. I don't stand for anything that has to do with extortion, robbery, or anything like that. If I ever done anything wrong to you, even if it was to sell you anything, like forgive me, because I was a salesman, not legally and illegally. So it's like we were all young at one point. You know what I mean? Like that's why when things had happened to me when I was a little bit younger than what I am now, right? I can't even get mad because it's like I deserve some of the things that I went through. Some of the things that I didn't go through, I didn't deserve because I was young, and you can't blame all the time everything on everybody when they're young because they're still young. And some people they don't learn until they get to a certain age. I didn't have everybody around me. I had people that I needed, but I didn't have what I really wanted. And some of the people that I needed in the spirit, they weren't there. They might have been there at one point, but it just wasn't working like that. When you have eyes, you have real good eyes. You don't just mistake in a lot of things for nothing. When you have dreams, sometimes people gotta realize that your dreams is a representation of your spiritual reality. So your spiritual reality that you can see in the aspect of what can become real in the actual physics. Meaning it's a premonition of what is in the moment that's gonna happen. Either the next couple hours, the next couple days to weeks to months to years. I've had deja vu's of dreams that I've had back when I was like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I get like everything I write down, and sometimes I don't write it down because there's certain things I don't want nobody to see. So I keep it in my mental vault, and it doesn't go nowhere. It doesn't go nowhere, fam. If I might not remember it right now, I'm gonna remember it when I later when it's not gonna be expected, and I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm gonna refresh that memory so much to a point where like by the time that I get somewhere else, it might I might forget about that memory maybe like after 3 years, but that first year I'm gonna remember it enough to a point where like yes, you gonna ask me a question? Oh, you said that? Oh, I remember this, that point, this time exactly at this specific moment. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Simple. But let's get into the word though. We're gonna be in Psalms 108, and we're gonna go to 109 after 108. So we're gonna make it really snappy and quick too, because it's already been 16 minutes and I've been talking, and I don't want to be holding you guys up forever. All right. So let's get started. Everything that I'm going to read to you is about loyalty. The loyalty also perfects your belief and your hope. Because if you're loyal to Yahuwah, He's going to give you reasons to be hopeful and reasons for you to believe. You're going to see. Oh, Master. Well, my apologies. Was that about 10 seconds? I gave you guys about enough. I'll give you guys another 5 minutes to 5 seconds to grab your buy and bow. If you can't, that just makes me the Flash at this point. Okay, that just makes me the Flash, just fast like that. All right. Let's get started. O Master, I am truly fixated at you, for I will always sing of your praises in glory. Stand before my performance of my musical plays of your name, for I will glorify you among many and sing praises of you in all nations. For your mercy comes from above, and your truth rests with you forever. My apologies. So be exalted, your majesty, who reigns in heaven and earth. Save your beloved from my enemies and their conflictions. I know Eli, you have spoken, for I will separate Shechem, 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 and Mathet from the valley of Succoth. Since Gilead, Manasseh, Ephraim, and Judah is of my heritage, lawfully order will be orchestrated as such. Now since Moab is not of mine, I will send them to Edom and kick them out to Philistia, and there will be no dispute for it so. So in contrast to suggestions, who will take me to them and lead me to Edom? Remember, it was you, Eli, who brought us out of there and sent us his God and your guides to navigate us on through. So Eli, help us through it all, for we are in the flesh time come, until our time come. Know that it's only in you, Elohim, that we shall live like royalty, for we will worry not of our enemies and the traps they prepared for us. They will fall in it themselves, and that's just one of it. So everything in heritage. So when you are loyal, right? Royalty, loyalty comes with royalty. So you are loyal, you will be what? Given that same type of respect back. You don't think that our Father has hope in us? He cheers for us. We have His personality. We have His characteristics. Why do you think why would you think that we are not like Him in some aspect? We are like fragments of His shadow. Just even the slightest bit is enough to literally power you so you can exist. All of us, just a fragment of His word, his essence can literally create anything in this reality. It can shift anything in this reality. It can mend anything in this reality. It can bend anything in this reality. It can stretch anything in this reality. It can create loops, paradoxes of everything in this reality. Okay, it's a paradigm. Let's go to 109 because I actually really like this, and I'm trying to make it as snappy as I possibly can, but without also missing out anything, without missing out on anything good. All right, let's get started. Hold not your temper, Eli, and stand as my voice. For many came and falsely accused me and spoke against me. They've thrown words of hatred at me and fought against me without cause. This is going to be verse 4. For in them I love, but they measured themselves to me in envy and anger. So I stayed in prayer and gave them distance. I'm going to read that one more time. For in them I love, but they measured themselves to me in envy and anger. So I stayed in prayer and gave them distance. Sometimes you gotta love people from a far distance, and the reason why is because you can be loyal. Your love is loyal to them, but that does not mean that you have to be next to them and they have to be next to you. Sometimes their presence can be very poisonous to your specific feelings, to your emotion, and to your mind because of how they operate. Because they don't know how to not be exactly what they don't know how to deal with whatever that they're dealing with. So it kind of disrupts exactly what they have, what they feel like they should do, rather than what they should do. My apologies. English not the best for me. All right, let's continue. All I did was of innocence, but they turned my pure heart of giving into chaos. So what I do to you and what I do for you is out of purity, it's out of love, it's innocent. But because you're not able to reciprocate what I give you, and you've turned it into something toxic, my love then becomes nothing to you. So I cannot really keep breaking my heart because I feel like I got to do this and that to please you when you're not reciprocating that. When you know that thousands of people are watching, looking at you, and then you're not, you feel me? So let's continue a little bit. They are wicked and they give power to Satan's over them. Not Satan as in Satan. Satan's as it with a S, ending with a S. Remember what I told you guys in my previous videos. These are characteristics of an influence. What is the meaning of a spirit? Go back to the previous video. You gonna learn about it. At the time of their judgment, let them be rewarded for the evil they committed. For their days on earth is shortened, and all their treasures will be made of new owners. Let contradiction follow them, and their assembly of their congregation, and those who meddle within. Allow the curse of their plunder be contaminating to those who meddle in these dark arts. Those who exploit others, expose them all, and spoil their good, and disband anyone to their aid of their judgment. Plunder their wealth for years to come, being your will, Elohim. For the sins of the parents, Yahuwah give their kins the option to follow you. Because like I said, loyalty. Just because the parents might not have been loyal, that doesn't mean that Elohim is not to their kids. Their kids haven't done anything wrong. Yes, the sins of the parents can follow the children, right? The kins, right? Their offsprings. But that does not mean that Elohim does not love the kins as well. He will give them an option. That's why we're saying these things, because a lot of times our parents mess up and they don't know how to fix their problems. So their journey is personal. So Yahuwah will deal with them. But as far as you being the actual new generation, don't follow in their mess, because their mess will literally be a curse if you don't know how to attain actual authority over whatever demon is surrounding that situation. Okay? That's why you gotta be loyal to Yahuwah, because at the end of the day, we're gonna go through all of these things and we don't even know too much of what is happening. Let's continue. Allow them to break their lineage curse, their lineage curse over their lives, and be true to you. Those who showed no mercy unto their fellow brothers and sisters will slay many others' hearts. Yes, then that's true. Curses is what they enjoy, so let them joy. Let them enjoy. Curses is what they enjoy most. Forgive me. Curses is what they enjoy most. So let joy be far from them for as long as you please. Let their luxurious clothing age and stick to them, and let them wear it as their skin in shame. Let this punishment be their reward in those that do evil in all nations. Allow it to be so for my sake, Eli, for I am poor and in low stature economically, and my heart is hardening for them, from their inflictions. My apologies. From their conflictions. My apologies. Not only that, I was treated like trash to them. I become weak and weary from staying close to you through fasting, praying, and obeying you, Eli. I received eyes of disgust from them as they fled from me from all pure encounters. Okay, gotta zoom in. My apologies. I received eyes of disgust from them as they fled from me from all pure encounters. So they're not going to be acting all toxic because you acting like them. No, because you're acting like them, you're feeding their negative ego. You're feeding their negative pride. But because you're not like them, they're going to be torturing you because they don't know how and why you're doing what you're doing, and they're feeling the reason why they're feeling towards you. The feeling that they got towards you, they might even like you, but that demon in them is what's going to make them not like you, where they like you from the heart, but the mind is not clear. The sanity in their life is not clear. They're going to keep doing a lot of toxic stuff. That's why I tell a lot of people, that's why when I end my videos, I always end my videos in love, and I always talk about toxic situations. Because why? A lot of people are in toxic situations. They're in toxic entanglements, whatever the case is. I don't like talking about people's problems because that ain't my problem. You feel me? That's not my problem. I'm here to help. So when people need my help, I help. If I cannot help you, I will tell you I cannot help you. I'm not Mr. Fix It All. I'm not Fix a Felix. I don't know if that's how you say his name. I'm not Wreck-It Ralph either. But if I know something and I can see something, I'm gonna speak about it. That's just the type of person that I am. If I see somebody doing wrong, I don't care if there's any regulations or law. That's my job as a person who live with other people, that we have to live together on this earth. It's my job to make sure that the next person that's next to me is good too. I might not give them everything that I got, but if I can, I will. That's just how I feel, right? That might not be everybody's prerogative as far as how they live their life. But yes, I've been in situations where I gave somebody my last in multitudes of situations, and it did not hurt me. It made me happy because I see people smile. I see people enjoy their day. People that had nothing at all. Like if like having millions of dollars, you have 10 houses with 53 rooms, and you're telling me you didn't give three of those houses away, or let people stay in there like that had nothing at all. Can't rock with you. Bye. I'm sorry. I just can't. I'll pray for you that that you continue to be favored in whatever that you do. Hopefully you gonna help somebody one day. But bye. Mm-mm. Can't rock with you. I just can't. I can't even be around you because you sleep at night peacefully, knowing that people are out here suffering and they don't even have the chance to have a meal in their hands on their plate, whatever that they can. Not even clean water. I can't rock with you. Just can't. Let's continue. So my Adonai, show your glory before them and shake the thoughts of the unbelievers and give them reasons to believe. Let them confuse their curses for favor unto your people in all, meaning, well, let me continue. Let them confuse their curses for favor unto your people, and in all they do, they fulfill your works and be ashamed of their acts. Meaning what? The reverse Uno card hit them, meaning whatever they think that they're doing, let that be your greatest what uprise. Because whatever that they doing to put you in a trap will be your best what? Will be your best element to use as a weapon. And I'm not saying just go out there and let people make you put don't go out there and just let people put you in a trap. No, be smart because there are a lot of people that's going to tell you, oh yeah, tribulations this, tribulation. No, Yes, we will go through tribulation. That does not mean that we don't have a brain and we're not given a conscience to be intelligent. Sometimes, yes, the Holy Spirit will lead us in a situation. Yes, the Holy Spirit will lead us in a situation that might seem enticing to us, but then you never really know exactly what will be given onto that situation. But that does not mean follow something that seems very idiotic. That's why a lot of people get kidnapped out here with all of these videos that's being posted out here to go and stay outside. And yes, yes, a lot of y'all that are not keeping up with these news because they're not speaking about it as much. People are going missing. That's why I don't come up here and telling people step outside. No, when time is going to be right, trust and believe. You will know if you're supposed to be doing something, things will align in such a way that you wouldn't even expect. It wouldn't even seem like it aligned. It would just seem like it's random. I told you guys about experiences where I found money before on the floor when I needed it, when I had absolutely nothing and I had no water for me to get, no bottle. I even had no bus pass for me to get to where I needed to go to my job. $100 bill, fam, like duh. No, like people were passing by every like for a whole. I was standing there for like a good 2 hours because I'm pretty sure the first bus that I wanted to I wanted to hop on it and let me hop on it because I didn't have a bus pass. Well, at least I did, but then my first bus pass actually expired. And people are just walking back and forth. I'm standing there. I'm like, bruh, I know I'm not tripping. I see this money on the floor. And I'm like, yo, I just literally asked Yahoo, like, oh my goodness, can you help me get home or to the crib, you feel me? So that I can have what I have. So that I can get somewhere I can lay my head. And out of nowhere, that happens. And people are passing that like it ain't nothing. Like, I'm just like, Doug, like, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe that's a fake bill. No, it wasn't fake at all. A straight 100. A straight 100. Not a 20, not a 5, not a 10, 100. More than what I was asking for. I was actually looking for something like a $20 bill. If I could ever get just even 20, $10. $10 was the max. $10 was my max. Well, 20 was my max, but I was actually asking for a 10. I was asking for a 10. Not even a 20, a 10. And I ended up getting 100. To tell you guys, like, yo, it's not about the money, fam. It's just not about the money. It's the importance of your journey. It's the importance of your journey. Yes, we should enjoy our life, but we gotta understand what we're in this world for, what we're fighting for. Because if everybody is just thinking like, oh, we're here to just spread the good news of Christ, like yes, spread the good news of Christ. But you gotta know your enemies because you can spread the good news of Christ and you have no tactics. You're not giving no you're not giving no words, no encouragement, no love, no way to understand what you're dealing with. You're going to be stuck. Yes, Christ is going to have your back. But remember this, he's the eldest son, meaning we are part of the family, meaning he's holding our hands in this journey, right? And then eventually we're going to be put up in the front pace, in the front, we're going to be put up at the front to lead other people because you never know who's going to need your help at the time where you don't expect it. We're going to be encouraged to be put in the front line. The front line. Not the back, not the middle, the front. Especially if you truly have loyalty and faith. The front line. Know what you're fighting for because a lot of people are not even knowing what they're fighting for. They just speaking kumbaya, kumbaye, tomato, 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 yeah, tomato, tomato, kumbaya, kumbaya. That's what a lot of people are speaking now. Woo! Coconut water. I really don't drink. This really is coconut water. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's coconut water. I don't drink alcohol and stuff like that. I don't drink liquor. Never really been a liquor person. But yeah, We gotta know what we're fighting for. A lot of people are destined to be friends. A lot of people are destined to be around each other. But it does not mean that there's going to be an accordance to how you're going to live your life and how you're going to expect other people to understand you the same way. There are people that really understand you. You just don't give them the opportunity to even understand you. You'd rather astral project and show yourself in that form rather than being there physically. You might be showing an image of something, a vision of something in the future. You don't even know what you're missing out. Like I told you guys, I've even had situations where I've had dreams about sex. I'm not gonna talk about what really went on, but like, yes, I'm just gonna say it's not a good thing. And then like it stopped happening because I put boundaries on those things. Like, fam, why am I having like I know I have not been talking to her, whoever she is, her mama is, her auntie is, whatever the cousin is. I have not like I'm in Baltimore. Listen, when you grow up as a guy that doesn't know any better, right? That you might know better, but you're living like how everybody's following trends, just talking to anybody, right? You're gonna know a bit about women, and it's not fun when when people are looking at you weird, thinking like, "Yo, why are you not out here talking? Why are you not out here talking crazy? Why are you not out here trying to be smooth?" That's a lot of times that smooth stuff is what get a lot of married couples in problems because they can't handle they can't handle the truth of them being themselves. They can't handle the responsibility of being together. So sometimes you gotta give people their space. Sometimes you gotta learn about people. Sometimes you gotta talk to people. You don't gotta have sex. If you feel like you really need to have sex, that's understandable. Do what you have to do, but know that when you do that, sex is not just an act of pleasure. It's not. It's not just an act of pleasure. There's so much that come with that. There are destiny killers out here that will literally get you to go in you. Some are men, some are women. They will do whatever the case is with you. Whoa, that was different. I thought I just saw four eyes. They will literally do anything with you. They will literally do anything with you. Anything with you. And it wouldn't even matter. They would do anything with you. Mosquito. They would do anything. Whoa. They would do anything with you. Like right now, I'm being attacked, right? But watch this. They don't know that certain things in life doesn't happen because it's just supposed to happen. I believe in my father, and my loyalty and my trust is true. So it doesn't matter what type of, doesn't matter spell, curses, ideas of imagery. Because right now on my screen, I don't know if you can tell on the opposite screen, it looks like my eyes are a little bit cross-eyed, and that's very awkward because that has never happened before. Exactly. As soon as I started saying that, you know what happened just now? Everything around me just started moving. And you know why that just started happening? It's because I spoke about it out loud. I'm not I'm not unhealthy. There's nothing unhealthy about me in any way possible, shape, or form. I stand in truth. not lies, not in deceptions. My spirit is strong, for I am a giant and I was born a conqueror. My Father has the victory in all things that is of Him. So I don't have fear, even if it means my death. And I say these things boldly because I want you guys to understand how much of a game it's not. They will literally attack you through anything. It could be through the air, through the food, through your conscious, your mind. It will be anything. You can't move a couch. You can't make a couch. You can't make a couch move without any noise. If you're the only person on there, you're not really moving on the couch. You're staying in one spot. It doesn't work that way. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm not paying it no mind is because it doesn't mean nothing to me. I have power over it, and it doesn't have any power over me. And whoever sent them, their demons don't have any power over me. And they know that. That's why they can only play little games. A stroke, never had none of that. I don't even have, it's not even a possibility for me to even gain a stroke. A heart attack, not even close. I don't smoke. My lungs ain't got nothing to do with that. My blood ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm not anemic. I don't have no problems in my respiratory system, not my organs or anything in my brain, not my nervous system and anything like that. I don't have no problems. And you see how I'm verbally speaking these things as I'm talking to you guys? I'm also speaking directly to whatever spirit that it is. I'm affirming. When you have faith, right? Think of it like this, like my previous videos when I told you about magic. The language that you speak is is phonetics, right? So you're speaking in certain key tones of a frequency that is resembling to magic. So understand that when you're speaking, you are creating, you're editing. That is also a key factor of who we're made of. The image of our creator, he's a creator, so we are also creators. We are not destruction, but we could destroy if necessary. Okay? Let's continue this and finish this off. Allow the shame to be known truly to themselves and many others that carry their tasks and missions by making them examples. Meaning, those that have done you wrong, they will be ashamed and they will be exposed. And those that have been next to them will be the examples of the ones that, well, no, the main ones will be the examples unto the ones that were actually aided them so that they don't do that again. But if they do, there will be a severe punishment that will come with that. I don't pray on nobody's downfall, neither their death. But let's just be real. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. All right. So wherever I go, I will praise you, Elohim, even among the great mass and their congregations. For you've done stood by your kin's side and spoke for us when none could, and saved us from eternal condemnation. He stood for us. Even when people were against us, He spoke for us. Even when people spoke against us. So when you're meant to be in a situation, whatever the case is, when it comes to a business, whatever it is in life, when people speak bad about it, what do you think happens? Who do you think is going to stand on your side? A lot of people think that they have power. They don't have no power. They're trying to put fear in you. Sometimes you gotta say like, okay, sometimes, yeah, I might need a little vacation. Sometimes I might need a little space. I might need a little bit of time for me to just get a break. Bars, all right, but it doesn't change who you are. Your integrity, your loyalty, your truth. Your truth is real. All the devils do, all the Satans do, all they do is create illusions because they don't have any power. That's why I've been telling you guys, power is a birthright, especially in the realm that they live in. Meaning the realm that they live in is no different too much to what we're